Yes guys, we're back again, back in the garage, Raoul TV, back at you. And what we're doing this time round is we've got a 2013 VW Passat. It's the 2-litre TDI, and we're going to go ahead and change the DPF filter and the EGR valve. Yep. Nice, tasty job. Not for the faint-hearted, this one. Let's do it, let's go. Right guys, my bad, I'm going to send it up now, right? I'm just getting this clear in the description, right? I'll write in the description, I'll write it on the title as well, you guys can't go wrong. I'm changing the turbo on it as well, replacing the turbo on it. I thought we're just going to change the EGR valve and the DPF filter. We're changing the turbo as well, so yeah, let's do it. Right guys, there we have it, the 2-litre TDI 2013 VW Passat. I think it's pretty much the same on the Skoda Octavias, the VW Golfs, pretty much the same, the 2-litre TDI. What we're going to do is, first things first, take this cover off, just pull it off. That's out of the way. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the air filter box off. To take the air filter box off, first things first, come to this side, take this clip off, take this clip off, take that clip off, that comes off. Next thing you do is pull this pipe off, give it a little pull there. Okay, that's out of the way. Next thing you do is press that here, on the side here, press that. On this side, press that. That's out of the way. Right, we're going to take the switch off here, that one, just press it here on the side and then push that one out, pull that one out, sorry. This little pipe here, flick that off, put them to a side. What we're going to do is we're going to take this off here, yeah, so then that way the air filter box will come all off, out of the way. Okay guys, air filter box is off. After I took that clip off, all you do is just pull it up. It's all only on these rubbers here. Air filter box should lift off. What we're going to do now is, you might be thinking that turbo, the DPF and the EGR valves down there. What am I doing down here? First things first, we need to make room for ourselves, make it easier, accessible and everything. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the battery off. This one here, 10mm. 10mm, take that off. Bracket here, 13mm, take that off. Take the battery off, and we're going to take the battery tray off as well. So first things first, take the battery off. Okay, battery's off guys. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the battery tray off, which involves taking this off. One more here, 10mm. One more here, take them three off. Battery tray comes off. It'll give us a ton of room. We can get our hands in there and everything. We need to take that off. I mean, to make your life easier, if you get an impact driver or an air ratchet or an electric ratchet, take them off like that. Happy days, quick time job. We need no slacking, no messing about. Straight off. Let's do it. There we go guys. Ta-da, all that is off. I can get my hands in there. I can even dive in there. Happy days, that's good. What we're going to do now is, next job for us is we're going to take this pipe off. It's just a Jubilee clip right in there. You can see it right there. Take this pipe off. To take this pipe off, all we do is either take it off from this side or this side. I'd recommend you take it off from, well, any side actually. This side will be better. Get a little pick and just pick that, and that should come off, and we'll go from there. So I've got this side off guys. The Jubilee clip is off, that is coming out now from there. Just guide it through, maneuver it out. That's it, that's out. Alright guys, next job for us is we're going to take these wires off from the O2 sensor, the nitrogen sensor, the temperature sensor. We're going to take these wires off here. As you can see, it goes round the back here. They're on little clips, so I've just flicked the clips off, they come off. And as for the plugs themselves, you cannot get them wrong basically. Black one goes into the black, small plug. Brown one or red one, whatever you want to call it, goes into the red one, small plug. And the big one here, black one, which is a totally different plug to that one. So you cannot get them mixed up. Okay, take them three off. and we'll go from there. Basically, we have to take them 3 off, put them to a side. When it's off the car totally, then we'll take the sensors off. But while it's on the car, okay, the DPF filter, just leave them on there for now, because it's a bit of a headache, you know, taking them off while it's there. So we'll try taking them off when it's off the car, right? So what we do now is we flick these off, dead easy. Right, as you can see, I've took these plugs off. The way they just come off, they just slide off. Same with this one, I'll demonstrate with this one. All it does is you slide it in there, slide it off. Obviously flick the switch off first. You press down on the switch here and just flick them off. That's them 3 off. Put them to a side here. There's the switches, the plugs. What we're going to do now is we're going to tackle this one now. This is the DPF filter. Well, part of the DPF filter, put it that way. So we're going to take that off, that off, that off. These 3 10mm nuts, take them off, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, now we're at this stage. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to send it up on the ramp. I'm going to tackle it from bottom. Let's do this, let's go. Right, that's the car in all its glory. I've sent it up on the ramp. I've took the wheel off. If you can't take a wheel off, guys, the basics 101 of the of mechanics, you don't want to attempt this job, okay? I mentioned in the other videos, taking wheel off, dead easy. Take the bolts off, happy days, that's good. I've took the center nut off because we do need to take the drive shaft off on this one, okay? So now we've done that, what I'll do is, if you're doing it on the floor, I would recommend you don't do it on the floor, but if you are doing it on the floor, make sure it's safe. We're going to go ahead and take this cover off. Little Torx 25 all the way around here, and take this one off here as well, this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take them off, and then we'll go from there. Or if you want, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 nuts off, take the drive shaft bolts off, the multi-splines, take them off, take this switch off, get that out of the way, right? And we'll take this drive shaft off and we'll go from there. Alright guys, now that we've got the drive shaft out of the way, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that bolt off, that nut off, that nut off. We'll go around the back, crack these, this one here, this one here. We're going to have to take this off. We don't have to take this off, but I'll just take it off anyway. And these, as you can see there, supposed to be nuts there, okay? We're just going to cut them off. I'm just going to cut them off. You see them, buy a new clamp or get some nut and bolt on there. Yeah, so cut them off. Happy days. Right guys, the next job for us is, obviously I've took these bolts off here, nuts off here, that stud came off. Right, I've took that bracket off here. I haven't cut the clamp just yet, but I will do in a minute. Slacken them off. As you can see, they're hand tight now. Right in there, I'll point it out to you in the edit. There's a little Allen key there, size 6 Allen key, sorry. Size 6 Allen key, we need to take that off. Then the DPF filter will be separated from the turbo. First things first, we need to take that off. And then that little bracket, it is a headache of a bracket to take off, but we need to take that bracket off. Okay, so first things first, let's take that little Allen key off and we'll go from there. Guys, I've took that Allen key off there, sent it back down. As you can see, the car is back down, and you can get to that that clamp from the top. Obviously, it was fastened like that, yeah. So I had to get a screwdriver, flick it off this way. That's off. That should come off. If you want to drop it, you can drop it. If you want to get it out this way, you can get it out this way. Doesn't make no difference. There's a gasket behind there, a metal gasket behind there. Make sure you don't lose it, or when you come to refit it, make sure you do refit it. As you can see, just about make it out if you can. Moving about. My gloves are done one. So yeah, that's off. What we're going to do now is we're going to send it back up again. Before we send it back up, sorry, there's a little pipe here. This pipe here, which is connected here. So what I'm going to do next is, obviously, I'm going to take this pipe off, okay? And directly under that pipe, there's a bolt, okay? As you can just make it out there, that we need to take that off as well. Yep, after we take that off, we're going to send it up, and hopefully DPF filter should be off the turbo, and we're going to maneuver it out. Let's do it. Alright guys, this pipe here, okay, some bright spark, some idiot, right, thought he'll put the clip the other way around, so I can't even get to that clip. So I've had to follow it around this way to this little unit here, which is there, it goes there like that, bolted on. Took them bolts off, took the pipe off. So I've took the pipe off from here, I'm just going to feed it through and take that off. Hopefully the DPF filter will come off, the pipe will come off with the DPF filter. Let's go. Alright guys, now I've got this pipe out of the way. This bolt, I've cracked it, that's coming off. Take that off. The DPF filter should be freestyling, as you can see now. Oh, there we go. As you can see, it's all moving and everything. So we take that bolt off totally. I'm going to have to use my hands on this one, because I don't want to drop the bolt. Even if you drop it, it's just going to go downstairs. So anyway, we'll take that off, let's send it back up, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, as you can see there, the DPF filter is absolutely freestyling, ready to come out. But obviously it's not going to come out, right? So what we need to do is, nowhere near coming out, we're going to take these off. Yep. I'm going to cut it here like I mentioned before. This time around I am going to cut it. Let's do that. There we have it guys, I've cut it. That's all off and everything. Yep, happy days. Either you can cut both of them off, or you cut one side off. You just need to cut one side off to get the DPF out. You can renew that clamp if you want. Put a new VW clamp on, VW style clamp on. What we need to do here is, there's another sensor here, oxygen sensor, nitrogen sensor, whatever you want to call it. It goes this way all the way around to here. You can't really get it wrong. It's a brown switch. Take that off. Right, you need two hands, one to press it here, another hand to pull the switch off. Take that off, take that plug off, and then obviously after taking these two off, this one and this one, we're going to try maneuvering it out, okay? Obviously it's not going to come out. I'm going to show you what to do, and we'll go from there. Right guys, as you can see here, the exhaust is off from there and it's stuck there, okay? I've took that, the bracket off there. It's just a little rubber bracket, 2 bolts. Obviously I've mentioned that to you guys before. What we need to do is, right, I don't think, I've done this before as well, I don't think it'll come out this way, okay? You probably can if you take this mounting off, push the engine forward, maybe you can take it out this way. But the best way to do it, which is a slight struggle, 2 ways to do it. One, you lower the subframe, right, if you want to do that, which is more headache, more work, right? Or we struggle a little bit and we're going to get it through this gap here, right? So in order to do that, first things first, we need to take this cover off here. This tin cover needs to come off. It's only held on with these Torx here, as you can see there, Torx. I think Torx 25. One here, one on that side. I think there might be another one on that side. Yep, I can just feel it just round that way. Another one there. Take that off. Hopefully that tin plate should come off. Then we can just slide the DPF out this way. Let's do it, let's go. Right guys, I've got that cover off. Right, and just be careful of the power steering pump there, power steering motor, right? But the thing, what we need to do now is, we need to take this nut off and that nut off. Remember there was a bracket here, we couldn't get to them nuts from the other side. Now it's there, we can just about get to them. Take them two off, this DPF filter will go through there, and yeah, let's do it. Alright guys, as you can see here, I've got it up to there. For some reason on this one I can't get it out from there guys, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to lower the subframe. Don't need to take it off, just lower it, slacken the bolts, lower it like about a centimeter, right? So to do that, we're going to take this bolt off, them off. Well, we're not going to take them off, but slacken them here, here. So basically we're going to take this one off as well on this side, one on this side as well. Yeah, take them subframe bolts down slightly. The subframe will come down a little bit and hopefully give us enough room to take this DPF out. And there we have it guys, the DPF is off through there. What I had to do, obviously, I had to concede at the end. I had to slacken that bolt, as you can see. Don't take them off, because if you take it off, you have to take the steering rack off and everything. Slacken that bolt off, I would say about a centimeter, if that. That's one there, one here, one here, one there, and this one here. Slacken them about a centimeter, and then that DPF filter. Get 2 people, and yeah, that's it. Just maneuver it out. That's out. What we're going to do now is we're going to tackle the EGR valve on turbo. Let's go, let's do it. Alright guys, now that we have taken the DPF filter off, we can get to the EGR valve, which is here, the turbo, which is there, up there. Yep. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the EGR valve off, okay? EGR valve and turbo, pretty much the similar job. So what we'll do first things first, we'll take this one off, okay? We'll take that off. Let's take this pipe off, then we can gain more access to it, yeah? Alright guys, sorry about the noise in the background. Another car on that other ramp. So we need to take this off, oil feed, another oil feed there. That one's a 16mm, that one's a 27 or a 28mm. I've used a 28mm, but I think it's a 27 on this one. So 28mm spanner, take that off. One of them. I've cracked it already. So get that on there, take that off. That one is a 16mm. Okay guys, sit rep. I've took that off. Okay, I've took that one off obviously. Right, what we're going to do is underneath there is very hard to show you guys. Very hard to show you. There's 2 little bolts there, 10mm bolts. I'll point them out in the edit. We need to take them 2 off, and hopefully this pipe will come off. This pipe here, I'm going to leave it on because it's connected to the turbo on top. As you can see there on top, it goes all the way to the top. That one, I'm hoping I can take it off with the turbo. It should come off with the turbo. I'm hoping it will come off with the turbo. So first things first, we take them 2 off. Just make it out there, just underneath there. Can you just see there? That star, that one, and one next to it. That one. Take them 2 off, and then hopefully we'll go from there, and everything will open up and we can see it better. So right guys, as you can see there, I'm gonna try feeding this through here onto, you can just make it out. I don't think you can. One there onto that one. 10mm, take that one off. And there's another one on the other side, on this side here. If you can get the camera in there. I can't get the camera in there, but there's another one here. You can see it when you go underneath it. Okay, there's another one right there. Take that one off. Hopefully that pipe will come off. I hope that's clear enough. But yeah, there's one there, as you can see there, which I can get to and just about see it. There's, on the other side there's another one. Right guys, there we have it. There's that bad boy off. The gasket's still there. Make sure you renew the gaskets and everything. You don't want to, you know, do all the job and then find out the gasket's leaking. As you can see there now, we can get to the pipes and everything. Alright guys, the next job for us is we need to take this pipe off. So we're going to take them 2 12mm nuts off. And around this side, there's 2 Torx. As you can just make it out, one there and one there. Take them off. I've already cracked them. Take them off. Take them off, or they should be hand tight as well, similar, like nearly hand tight. So take them off, and this pipe should come off. There we have it guys, the 2 nuts are off, the ones on that side are off, that should just come straight off. There we go, that's off. Remember the gaskets, one gasket's still on there, one gasket's there, don't forget the gaskets. And we're going to go to the next one now, which is here, this one. We're going to take that off, there's another one there, take that off, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, the next part is I've took that little sleeve off there, right, and I've took that little pipe off. Them 2 bolts are off, remember, that one and that one. I'm going to take this water pipe off from here. Sorry about the different quality in camera because charge has run out on the other camera, so obviously I'm going to use this one. Right, so take that clip off, water, coolant will come out, or don't have a shower basically, move out of the way. Alright guys, as you can see I've took this pipe off, which was a little bit of a headache to take off, but I've took it off. Okay, I've took them 2 bolts off. I'm going to send it down now and hopefully take the other half of that off, and we're nearly there. Come on, let's do it. Alright guys, now we're on the top, as you can see here, engine bay and everything. What we're going to do is we're going to take this pipe off, or not the whole pipe off, we'll just take basically that Jubilee clip off. There's another Jubilee clip in there, take that one off. Take this off while you're at it. There's just one Torx here, 25 or 30 Torx, take that off. If you want to, which I am going to, take that one off first after after we take this pipe off, we'll get to that Torx there. There's another one underneath there. Take them off as well, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, there we have it. I've got this pipe off with great difficulty, struggle. That pipe's off as well. That one's off as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the oil pressure switch off, which is around here. Not the switch, just the wiring plug. Take that off. We took off from down there, remember? The two Torx that we took off. There's two more on the top here. I don't know if you can make it out. I'm just guessing and showing you guys. Torx 30. Take them two off. That pipe will come off. This one here, that pipe will come off. And then after that, hopefully, we are pretty much there in order to take the EGR valve off. Right guys, come on, let's do it. Right guys, there we have it. That's off, that's the pipe we've took off. Alright guys, now we're underneath here. All we need to do is obviously take the plug off, the switch off for the EGR valve. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Obviously I'm going to push it down here and then get a little flat screwdriver and then pull it that way and that should come off. To take the EGR valve off, all we do is one bolt here, Torx 30 here, one on this side, one on top there, and another one should be there, as you can see there. Take them four off and that EGR valve should come straight out. Alright guys, my bad, you know me, I got carried away a little bit, okay. I forgot to take this pipe off. The main water pipe on this side, forgot to take that off. The EGR valve totally off now, as you can see there. 1 minute, I'll go from this side, you can see better. EGR valve is totally off there. I forgot to take that pipe off, right. Listen, I'm only human, okay, I do make mistakes. Take that pipe off there, little clip there, take that off. And that should be that for the EGR valve. And then we'll go on to the turbo. Took that pipe off now on that side. As you can see, sorry about my hands and everything, but it needs must sometime. I'm going to have to maneuver this out from here. That pipe's in the way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that pipe a little bit this way and hopefully take this EGR valve out. Yeah, everything is off, as you can see, it's all freestyling. That should come straight out. Guys, EGR valve is off and the cooler, that's off. Let's tackle the turbo now, let's go for it. Alright guys, as for the turbo, it should be absolutely dead easy because it's a manifold turbo. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the manifold off. In order to take the manifold off is 1 there, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Take this cover off as well because we're going to have to take some on the top off as well. If I can get the camera in there, if you can make it out. I don't think you can make it out, but there are few on the top as well. There's one there, as you can see. Another one there, so you can make it out there. Behind that cover, there'll be another 2 more. Take them off, and hopefully the turbo should come straight out. There we have it. The manifold is, well, 99.9% off. All I need to do now is I need to take this one off here. Okay? It will come straight off, like that. I've took all the rest of them off. And basically now, just take it off. It should come downwards this way. We should get it out this way because we've got no drive shaft, nothing in the way, so it should come down this way. If it doesn't come down this way, then obviously we need to figure something out. Everything is off on this turbo and everything, right? But it wouldn't come down, right? Me being an umpty again, you know me, I made a mistake again, right? So what we need to do is, I've left this pipe on there, right, on the top here. Take this pipe off, basically breather pipe, that comes straight off. And there's another breather pipe or switch here, which I forgot to take off as well. Make sure you take that one off. Stays in there. Take that one off. Happy days. Now we can take it off, okay? Right, come on, let's do it. It's quite heavy to hold up this, bloody hell, it's pretty heavy actually. There we go. Turbo is off with the inlet manifold, exhaust manifold. What am I talking about? I've lost the plot here. Right, so that's off. I'm gonna have 5 minutes and then I'm gonna put the new one on. Yep, right. Turbo, there's the old one. It's a good idea. What you do is we change all the pipes, all the sensors, everything over while it's on the floor. Try doing it on the while it's on the car, really hard. So basically what we're going to do, turn it this way. We're going to take this sensor off. Okay, take this pipe off, fit it onto the new one, and then that's it. We'll go from there. Here, by the way, right, injection of oil, which we need to put it into the turbo. If you put in, well, you'll get fitting instructions with it anyway, but if you don't know, you just put it where the oil feed is, bang it in there, give the fan some turning by hand, a little bit, and then yeah, happy days. Guys, I forgot to show you this while it's on the floor. I've done all the prep work. I put the new pipe on, the oil feed pipe on, the sensor's gone back on. Basically, I've refitting it again in reverse order. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got the turbo back on. Right, the manifold is back on, turbo's there. It's not tight, they're not tight yet, they're only on there, finger tight kind of thing. So what I'm going to do now is, now I've got it in there, I'm going to send it down, check the top, see if I'm not, if I'm jamming anything, basically, if I'm jamming the, or like a wiring loom or something like that. I don't want to be going tightening these up and then find out I've got something behind it. So I'm going to send it down, make sure I check everything's clear, and then we'll go from there. We'll tighten that up. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got the exhaust manifold on. I've checked it on the top, nothing's jamming up, nothing's in the way. I've tightened them up, all the exhaust manifold nuts and bolts tightened up. What we're going to do now is we're going to bang the EGR valve on, the new EGR valve, put that on, all in reverse order basically. We took the DPF off first, so that's going to go on last. We took the turbo manifold off last, that's going to go on first. So basically everything in reverse order. Let's get them on, let's finish this job off, let's go, let's do it. Alright guys, as you can see here, I'm putting this pipe back on, right, this exhaust pipe, the connector here, onto the EGR valve. What it is, put these bolts back on, but don't go tightening them up fully, right, just basically hand tight. So what it is, when you send it down, put the top ones on as well, make sure all of them go on, then tighten it up, because if you go tightening this up, the top ones might not line up. Okay, it should line up, but it might not line up. So basically just make sure it's hand tight, and then put the top ones on, then tighten them up fully. Alright guys, I've got them two back on this top EGR pipe. Remember, the bottom one is still slack, the bottom two bolts are still slack. I've got the top two on, I've tightened them up, Torx 30, tightened up. The bottom one I'm going to tighten it up. While I'm here, might as well put them two pipes on. Remember, the plastic hose, one here, nice little cap sticking with it, one here, put them back on. And remember, there was a Torx here, two Torx there, two Torx 30, the rubber hose there, put that back on, and then that's basically it. Don't forget the oil pressure switch, put this one back on as well. Bang, oil pressure switch is on. Right, let's do it. Okay guys, we've got this pipe back on, that other pipe is back on, that extension pipe is back on. What we're going to do now is I'm going to send it back up. I'll put the EGR, 2 bolts on the EGR pipe back on, oil pressure switch is back on. We're going to send it up now, leave everything else, send it up and finish the bottom off, and then we're going to get the DPF filter on. Okay guys, we've got that pipe back on, got that hose pipe back on, the bottom 2 bolts are back on that pipe, the EGR pipe. I'm going to get this one back on now. I'm going to put this one back on, remember, up there. It's going to go like that, on there, yeah, and yeah, let's get that on. Obviously I have to get both hands on it. I have to get the bolts in and hold it at the same time, so I have to put the camera down and put that on. Next job for us is we're gonna put this pipe back on, not tight or anything. That one's on. The 2 on top, remember, they're back on. And we've got this, so basically we've got this pipe back on, we've got this one back on, tighten them up. Let's do it. Alright guys, everything is back on. We've got this pipe back on, The oil feeds are back on. They're on the top as well, tightened up as well, remember. Make sure you tighten them up. The whole water hoses are back on. EGR is fully back on. The turbo is on. What we're going to do now is let's bang the DPF on and let's finish it off. Come on guys, let's do it. Alright guys, as you can see there, I've got the DPF filter back in there. It's all in there through that gap. Reason why we can get it through that gap is because we've lowered the subframe, remember? Right, so that's gone through that gap, nice and easy. Okay, as you can see there, we'll deal with that. Make sure you put this bracket on, because that needs to bolt onto the head there, right there, remember? Yeah. And yeah, we'll put that bracket on first, put the top nuts on first, because to get that on after, really hard. So put that on now. I put all the sensors and everything on, with the ones that I can't get to, like the nitrogen sensor and everything. Put them back on. Obviously, I couldn't show you and put it in at the same time. I need two hands, obviously. One in the future, maybe one day when I'm like 10 million subscribers, I'll get an assistant and he'll record it. He'll film it while I put the DPF in. So anyway, I had to get two hands in there. The DPF's half in there, as you can see there. It's not connected here at all. It's not connected up there. It's just in there. I'm gonna bang the that bracket back on. Put the top clamp back on and fit it in reverse order. Let's finish it off, guys. Alright guys, as you can see there, DPF is nearly lined up. As you can see, I've put that stud bolt back on, that nut's back on. It's not tight at all, as you can see, just on there to hold it up. Same here, these not tight at all, they're just hand tight basically. As you can see, I can move it, as you can see. What I'm going to do, obviously we have to put that plate back on, but just to hold it so I can send it down, and I put that across there so it doesn't fall. Just to hold it so it doesn't fall off, I put them on, put that bracket back on, just hand tight. I'm going to send it down, fit the top, get the brackets on the top, get the clamp on, get the gasket on, and yeah, we'll come back down here and finish the bottom off. Right, we're on the top, guys, and as you can see there, the DPF is 99% lined up there. It's lined up. Remember to put the gasket in there. We need to put the gasket on there. I've got a new one, new gasket to go on there. That bolt there, we're going to put that bolt in. Right, that pipe, that can go on last, as it is now. If I put the pipe on now, then obviously it's going to get in the way. I can put that on after. This pipe, remember, goes to this unit here, which is there. Right. So first things first, guys, let's get that clamp on and let's get this bolt on. Alright guys, I've got that bolt back on there. This clamp here, I know you eagle-eyed viewers out there, it goes the other way around, right? But what if I put it this way around? You know, dead easy, I can get to it nice and easy. It's only an exhaust clamp. It's supposed to clamp it. If nothing's in the way and it's not getting in the way of anything, happy days. We're going to put it on this way. Basically, clamp, get that all over there. I need two hands. I need two hands to do this. I cannot do it with one hand. So basically, you get the idea. This way around, put it on there, tighten it up. Job done. Happy days. There we have it. That pipe is back on. That unit here is back on. This one here. DPF is on there. The wires are on. That O2 sensor, lambda sensor is back on. All the plugs are on here. Can't get them wrong. Color coded. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fit the top cover on the DPF. Get the air filter on. Get the battery tray back on. The piping and everything. Put all that back on. All in reverse order. And that's it. The top is done. We're going to send it up and finish the bottom off. Right guys, that's it. There we have it. All the top half is done. Put the air filter box, everything back on, batteries back on, the DPF, everything is back on. I'm going to top it up with water. Obviously the top cover needs to go back on, which is over there. Don't worry about that. Yeah, let's send it up, finish the bottom off. Home stretch. Let's do it, guys. Let's go. There we have it, guys. Everything is on besides the drive shaft. I'm going to put the drive shaft on last because just in case, as you can see, it's a second-hand DPF. The guy went and got a second-hand DPF. Just in case it doesn't go right, then which means we'll have to take the drive shaft off again. You know, we don't need it on to start the car up. We've got everything else back on. The subframe's back on. Don't forget the subframe. We lowered the subframe, so we need to put the subframe back on. Remember this bolt, subframe bolts, the ones that goes in there, them ones. Put the clamp back on. These brackets are back on. Everything is on. Alright guys, what I recommend you guys do is you drain the oil, put new oil in it because it's a new turbo, fresh oil, and yeah, start it up. I've done that already, but you guys check my video out for how to change the oil and everything. I'm not going to show you that. So fresh oil, new turbo, we'll do that. Let's go. Right guys, there we have it, all done and dusted. Car is running. Happy days, job done. Done the oil, checked the oil. All it is now, we're going to leave it running. You are going to get a bit of smoke and steam through the back. That's normal, obviously. Let it circulate, let it clear all the rubbish and crap out of it. And yeah, that's it, job done. That's it guys, that's how we replace the DPF filter, the EGR valve, the turbo on a 2013 that is, 2013 VW Passat. Similar on the Skoda VW Golf, so pretty much the same, the 2 litre TDI. All done and dusted. All I'm going to say guys is it wasn't a sprint, it was a marathon this one. And all I'm going to say is like, share and subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button for me, leave a comment in the comment section, and I will see you guys soon.